Well, good morning, good morning. We are live for Coffee with Casper in 2.5 minutes. Here's Casper right now. There we go. There's a Casper boy. Let me know where you are, where you're checking in from. We'd like to hear from you today. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, getting blustery around here. Blustery day in the neighborhood. Looks like Facebook straightened out their little issues. We got a good clean shot. We're up on Facebook. We're up on YouTube. We are happening today smoothly. We like it. We like it. We like it. (8:28). We're going to gong ourselves in at 8:30. Let me know you're catching us and where you are. We look forward to being together this morning. There we go. We're the Casper boy. We're the Casper boy. Hey, good morning, Arlen, from beautiful San Clemente. Nice to see you this morning. Yeah, it's a little gray out here, huh? Going to be gray for a few days, it looks like. Cold, too. Not your typical California spring, Southern California spring. Okay. All right. Good morning, good morning. We are glad you are here. Let us know where you are. We got Arlen from San Clemente. We got more Southern California. Who else is going to check in? We'll see. But we're glad we're up broadcasting smoothly this morning. And there's 8:30. So we're going to gong ourselves in knowing that everybody will find us at the right and perfect time. All right, Big Deep in. You know, we talked a little bit about this last week. Good morning, Tricia from Moorpark. It's really important in these days that we live in a heart-centered way. Good morning from South Carolina. Hey, Weston, nice to see you this morning. Good work out there in the world you're doing, my bro. All righty. All right, let's gong us. Good morning, Mark and Kai. Nice to see you guys from Atascadero. Glad to know all is well. All right, big deep breath in. Let out the sound, ah. And then relax the shoulders. We're going to do that one more time. The gong just reminding us that we're creating a vibration with the sum total of our awareness, and that vibration through the law of the circle or the law of mind is coming back as our experience. So we're all working on raising our vibration today. All right, big deep breath in. And then letting that energy come up into your heart center. And now we're going to be just present for these 20 minutes together, exploring what we already know. Good morning, Dawn. Chopped wood carrying water from Burbank. Nice to see you this morning. All right. Very good. We've got everybody here. A bunch of light workers gathered, huh? Well, I was just, looking at Facebook this morning, just as we're getting ready, and I saw this beautiful quote from Maya Angelou. And we sort of talked about it last week. There's got to be a new day on the way. Maya Angelou's quote was, every storm eventually runs out of rain, right? So this has been a pretty wild start of a new year, the first quarter here as we're coming into the mid-March already, and the changes are rapid and fluctuations in the field going on all over the place. And what we know is that we go from the inside out. The deepest level of our awareness is the I am consciousness that each of us has. We're born in the one, as the one, with the one energy, one source. Energy and matter are equal and interchangeable. There's only one thing called energy, and energy in it has intelligence. We've talked about this many times. How do we know that? Because we see the activity of intelligence, and that which is perceiving intelligence, that's you and me, we are also intelligent. So there's only one thing going on. You're directly connected to it. And as we spiral up in our awareness, we are seeking to be more and more in tune with the I am that I am. That's called the still small. Casper's going to get stuck here on the table. Come on. That the psalmist called that the still small voice, right? And the more we're in tune, Ernest Holmes, the great metaphysician, said intuition is the voice of God in the human being, right? So what we're wanting to do is get in touch with that intuition, that direct knowing. Sometimes we know without any process of reasoning. We just know and know that we know. Now that's the direct knowing from spirit. That's basically the Father, Mother, God, the presence itself speaking directly to you. And what's that line from St. Augustine? God loves each of us as if there were only one of us, right? So we want to get in touch with that level of love that the universe has for each of us. And the good news is it has that for all of us. So what we work on here with Coffee with Casper, and thank you for being with us. Good morning, Dilip, all the way from Sri Lanka. Boy, you're doing some beautiful work down there. I see and there's Laura from Puerto Vallarta, beautiful Puerto Vallarta. Saw videos of whales this morning. All right, we got and Luce is here from Burbank. Nice to see you. Candace is here. We got folks checking in, right? So we now know that we've become aware of metaphysical principles. Meta means, it's a Greek word, it means in front of, along with, or beside. So we are interested in what is in front of, along with, and beside the physical. Of course, the meta is unseen. So the more we participate on that which is presence, that which is intuition, that which is direct knowing, and we can only do that by quieting the mind. As we talk about often, we are aware of the news, we're aware of the newspapers, we're aware of the tumult on the surface, and sometimes that tumult runs very deep. And yet, we are in a time of transformation where those of us who can see through the mist into the eternal and changeless reality are now asking our high selves, the I am presence, how do I bring that awareness into my life in a more regular way, so that indeed the light of awareness is happening in me and as me and through me. So the first thing that we know in terms of the light of awareness is that the breath of life is breathed into us. And that breath of life is our direct contact with Source. So one of the things we want to practice in this week is being more in tune with that breath. I'm breathing in the qualities of the living spirit. I'm releasing through my exhale that which no longer serves. I'm breathing in the quality. Now we know that in your actual breath, you're breathing in oxygen, you're then releasing carbon dioxide. And that's the inhale is the breathing in, and the exhale is the breathing out. But we're not so interested in the physical aspects of it as we are. I mean, yes, we're interested in the physical aspect, but we're interested in being in touch with what that breath of awareness, that holy breath, can bring to us. And when we start focusing, even just adjust our mind just a little bit toward hey, Angelica, the Reverend Dr. Angelica Jane is with us from Eureka, doing her good work up there in the world. So we are interested in being in tune with the infinite, right? So to be in tune with the infinite, that was Ralph Waldo Trine's original metaphysical best multi-million seller, the only one, the first book that broke the ice on that we need to be in tune with the infinite, and that as we become more in tune with the infinite, we automatically become more appreciative, meaning we become more aware of the beauty of nature. We become more aware of the wind touching our face. We become more aware of that holy breath, which I'm taking in this moment now. And the more we become aware of that, the further away we get from the tumult of the surface. Doesn't mean we don't have ours to do. As Don just said, chop wood, carry water. Every day we have that which is ours to do. And the more we bring that awareness of the holy breath into that which is ours to do, the more we realize we are walking more in tune with the infinite. We are paying more attention to what the psalmist called the still small voice, and it's guiding us. And then if we are seeking to grow in awareness, then, what's the methodology? We've talked about this for more than 5 years on Coffee with Casper. The roadmap was given by the master teacher thousands of years ago. It says, we ask, what is it that you want? I'm seeking greater health. I'm seeking greater wealth. I'm seeking greater love. I'm seeking greater attunement. I'm seeking greater awareness of my own value as a light worker in the world, so that I can appreciate the life force that's in me in a new way. And then I'm looking to see how I can share that life force within me in a more powerful way. And again, so the master teacher said, ask and seek and knock. And one of the great spiritual leaders of our day says, the Dalai Lama says, my religion is kindness, right? So when we're in the process of looking past the physical into that which is along with and beside, that which is the giver of all life, love, and beauty, and seeking to be more in tune with that energy, and therefore more in tune with an ever-expanding awareness, wouldn't you like to be more in tune? I would, with an ever-expanding awareness, that it's not just another day, that it's another day for me to be in tune with the infinite. It's another day for me to breathe in the joy of what it is to be alive. It's another day for me to, come on up, Casper. It's another day for me to appreciate the love that's in the air. It's a day for me to appreciate that even in the storms of our personal lives, health, wealth, and awareness, health, wealth, and disease, sometimes we're having to bring that awareness into our own mind and body. How do I get rid of the cold? How do I get rid of this congestion? How do I become more radiant, vibrant, dynamic, and alive? And again, what we're saying is we spend more and more awareness looking at that which is along with, in front of, along with, and beside the physical. That which happens meta happens first, right? It happens in our awareness. Good morning, the Reverend Dr. Patrick Ferenn from Kauai out there on the island. All right, we got some great consciousness joining us today, and what we're wanting to do as we join is feel, even in cyberspace, the connection of those of us who are seeking to go deeper, seeking to rise up to a higher level, seeking to bring the magic of spirit, that which I think about comes about, that which I know and feel and experience can become the multidimensional aspects of my physical existence, because I'm drawing from the infinite wellspring of the meta side of life, right? You and I are drawing because we meditate. Daily we meditate in order to quiet the chattering of the mind. The Buddhists called that the monkey mind. Judge Thomas Troward called that the repetition of neurotic thought. What we talk about is so often that 98% of our thinking is repetitive thinking. So it's only by quieting the mind and asking for a deeper connection, asking for a deeper sense of my belonging to the universe, asking for a deeper sense of harmony to work in my mind and in my body and in my experience, asking for that which is normal, health and wealth and success, and beginning to then share that so it overflows from us, not so much because we're diligently working on it overflowing, but because we're paying attention to that holy breath. We're appreciating that holy breath. We're breathing in that holy breath. knowing that that's the animating force, that that's my direct connection to the one, inhaling the qualities of the divine, of the infinite eternal reality. Beauty is always there. Love is always there. Peace, that peace which passes understanding, meaning how can I draw in a world filled with so much tumult, how can I draw into my own being a deeper sense of peace, a deeper sense of harmony, that underneath, as the ancient Moses said, underneath there are the underlying arms. How can I fall back into that place where I know, this is what I often, the phrase I use, that I'm guided, guarded, directed, protected, and led into the paths of perfect right action. How can I bring that into my mind and into my body and into my awareness in a new way? And this week, what we're saying is, be aware of your breath. Stop. Don't just let spirits breathe you. Appreciate that breath. You have the right to direct that breath, to draw it in, to let it go from your head to your very toes, the holiness of the very breath of life itself. That's the thing that animates the flowers without any effort, because they're receiving the juice of the gift of the universe, of the soil underneath them, of the sun shining upon them, and they aiming at always more and more light, more and more of that, so that their beauty moves through them, through the flowers, through the plants, through the trees, through the birds. Birds don't just sing, they sing because they're happy, because they're in that moment joyful. So you and I, this week, we're going to be the birds that sing. We're going to be the holy breath that says, yes, it's in me. It's cleansing my mind. It's opening me because I'm breathing it in, because I'm courting the presence, right? I'm practicing the presence of what is the giver of life giving to me. And it's beyond the headlines. It's beyond the tumult of the world. It's beyond the politics. Just because somebody claimed somebody's not being nice doesn't mean they're not being nice. We're neighbors to the north, neighbors to the south. Just somebody says, well, they're not nice, but we don't have to accept that. There is love for all people. Dilip is with us today from Sri Lanka. The love reaches all the way. It doesn't matter. Across oceans, across the whole planet. It circles the planet. The ever-presence of that which is the life force itself. And what does it say in the Course in Miracles? The power of decision is my own. Where will I put my attention? And again, it's through our daily spiritual practice. We quiet the mind, and then we affirm that which is life and love and truth and peace and harmony and joy and healing. The revelation of wholeness is what healing is. That is moving in my mind, in my body, and in my experience. And even in doing the dishes, even in the standard things that we must do in order to keep our campsite fresh, in order that we, every day, we have to pay attention to what am I doing with that which is my environment? Am I taking it in? Am I practicing keeping it fresh? Am I practicing then keeping my mind fresh? Am I practicing the opportunity to breathe in this new day the qualities of life that I would choose? And what we're simply insisting in the new era is that health and wealth and success are normal, right? Healthy breath, healthy success, healthy love, healthy relationships, meaning bringing more and more good into my life because I am seeing through the mist. I am practicing what it is to be a metaphysician, to look on the invisible side of life and to know I emerge. What's that statement from the Tibetan Book of the Dead we've been sharing over and over and over again? We came from the light. We put on a coat of skins. We shall return to the light. We have a right to direct that light. We have a right to expand that light. We have a right to draw it in to transform and transmute circumstances that are not harmonious. We have a right to draw into the underlying arms and lay against them while they reveal the magic of what it is to be a human being fully alive. St. Ignatius, the glory of God is a human being fully alive. Now, you cannot participate in the tumult of the race 90% of the time and then think you're going to have a sense of what it is to be fully alive, because most humans are not practicing what it is to be a metaphysician. We have awakened, we have traveled in our journey of life far enough to see that I am an immortal spiritual being, as Roy Eugene Davis said, superior to my mind, to my body, and to my experience. And to draw on that I am presence. I am the way, the light, and the truth. The I am is guiding, guarding, protecting, directing, leading me, and expanding me into greater and greater awareness. And the more I expand into that greater awareness, the more magic shows up in my life. The magic of health and wealth and success. The magic of seeing that I'm connected to everything. That the cloud out there I can affect the cloud out there because I'm one with the cloud out there. I can see that the bird singing is looking straight at me singing. I can see that the flowers are shining not just for me but for all, because they're being their natural self, the flower. You are a blossoming awareness of the living presence of the awakening Buddha, of the dynamic transcendent healing of the Christ source. You are that one becoming more and more awake because you're breathing and aware that the breath of life is being given unto you. And you search into that breath to see what is it bringing me that my life, I can comfortably live my life and fulfill my purpose. You're on it. We're on it today. We're sharing that light. We're being that light. I'm Harry Morgan Moses. This is Casper. You're hanging out with Coffee with Casper just because Casper showed that no matter what's happening in the pandemic, when he first got to us, he said no matter what's happening, there's the omnipresence of love and connection. And you and I are practicing it today. No matter what's happening, there's the omnipresence of love and connection. So if you found anything valuable in our time here today, what we ask is that you share it. Alejandro, nice to see you this morning. Thank you, all of you, for shining your bright light, for just taking these 20 minutes to connect, that we could connect with one another, that we can know that we're around the globe. There are millions of light workers. We'll touch those who are vibrating closest to us, and we'll attract more, and we'll empower more, because we want you to have that which is health, wealth, love, and success. So it's yours. It's yours from source, from the breath itself. So let's breathe in that light this week in a very conscious way. Let's watch it do its good work in us and as us and through us and multiply the good around us. You deserve that good because you're bringing that light into the world. We are the ones dedicating ourselves to see through the mist into the eternal and changeless reality. If you found something valuable in this video, share it. Share it on LinkedIn, share it on YouTube, like, multiply it, put it in your groups. Let's connect more and more and empower each other to be the presence of an awakening world on the planet. Who you are is something magnificent. Until we meet again, we invite you to go in the light, as the light, and with the light. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide you on your way. We'll be back next week with Coffee with Casper. We'll see you then. Bye for now.